of our spring band-a-thon tonight. Please help me welcome our Miamisburg Symphonic Band. Pseudonyms for some reason. I'm not really sure. Musicologists still argue about which ones are his or not. They haven't even found them all. But that was arranged by more Ohio people. Lori Lafferty is her name, and she is a professor of instrumental music up at University of Akron, just a few hours to the north of us. So lots of Ohio going on in that little march. For our next piece, now for something completely different. This piece is entitled Sleep. And the kids have not finished chuckling every time we would finish rehearsing one and we would go to this piece and I would say, go to sleep. And they're like, please? No. Yeah, 7:30 in the morning is when I meet them, so you can understand the appeal, right? So this piece started life as a choral piece, a piece for choir, and it actually started life different than what it was really intended for. The American composer, his name is Eric Whitacre, he wrote a choral piece to Robert Frost's poem, Stopping by Woods on Snowy Evening. I bet a lot of you guys have maybe read that before. Whose woods these are, I think I know. His house is in the village, though. And it ends with this whole thing about, I have promises to keep and miles to go before I sleep. Well, he thought that that was public domain because they was thinking, well, Robert Frost has been dead for a long time. Well, until a nice cease and desist letter showed up on his doorstep that he was not allowed to use that text had still been under copyright. So they wrote a completely different choral text to it, and it's absolutely gorgeous. And this is the band version of that. So it's really delicate and requires a lot of maturity. The kids have done an absolutely outstanding job on it. It's been so much fun to rehearse. Because it's not one of those that's super easy to just read down. It takes a while to kind of get it. And when it first started to click, they were kind of like, and I think they really enjoyed it. So please enjoy Eric Whitacre's absolutely gorgeous Sleep. then for our last selection here, this is our big project that we've been working on for the last several months now since our last concert. This is one of the absolute standards in the band repertoire. You know, we draw connections to like the English department. You know, everybody reads The Outsiders. Everybody reads To Kill a Mockingbird, right? This is that for the band world. This is one of those pieces that every high school musician should study. And so this is by British composer Malcolm Arnold. It began life as a brass band work, and then Chicago composer and professor John Painter added woodwinds and turned it into a full band piece. There are 3 movements, so you can applaud wildly for them after the third one. The first one is a big fanfare-ish one. The second one is called the Siciliano. To me, it sounds like there should be 2 dogs eating spaghetti. See if your brain goes there with me. And then the third one, I have told them, is absolute clown music, and they've had a great time putting this together. These students, number one, they meet at 7:30 a.m. Like, that in itself is deserving of you know, something. And, you know, this music this is a challenge for them. This is pretty tough stuff. This is something that my better, you know, my band director conscience says, no, leave that for the Wind Symphony. And I'm thinking, no, they can do it. And so sometimes I struggle, but they've been absolutely incredible. I think, you know, usually it's my job is to try to inspire them. Over the last few months, they've just made so much progress. They've flipped that. They've really inspired me. It's been just an absolute delight to work with them every morning. I should also introduce a few other people. We have, just on cue, we have my other partner in crime for half the day, Mr. Steve Bellert. This morning, so you never know. But please enjoy our last piece. It's a great piece.